Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for another Pokemon business update video. If you guys are new to the channel, I try and make these videos as often as I can to show you guys the progression of my Pokemon business that I started at the beginning of this year and just kind of track along the way with how we're doing and any tips and hints and things I figured out along the way for you guys. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you drop a like, comment, and subscribe, and now let's get right into the video. So it's been a couple of months since I've made one of these videos. There has been a ton of stuff that has happened and a ton of stuff that I've tried between going to Collecticon Richmond, which was the first time I got to set up as a vendor. I went to Woodbridge, New Jersey for an awesome show, so I'll be going back there again for sure. I partnered with Slab Mag, which is awesome, and then I launched my own website 2 days ago. Now I'm gonna get into each of those topics throughout the video, but launching a website has been an absolute dream of mine since I've started this. To be able to have my own website you guys can go to and all the claim sales are there. We can do business on there. I'm able to talk to you guys on Instagram. The inventory is managed. There's a system. It's just unbelievable to me, and I really thought the launch went well. It's officially been about 2 days since the launch of the website, and we did a little over $2,500 in sales. I think I netted almost $600 in profits. It's just been a really good success, and that margin I'm really happy with, and just getting to understand it, learning the logistics behind it has been a blast for me as well. But none of that would be possible without the first topic of every business update video I make, and that's going to be social media. So for the social media, the biggest thing that I have been talking about, and I tell you guys this whenever I get messages on how can I start, where can I start, what should I buy, it's consistency. The more content you put out, the more you're gonna see growth, the more you're gonna see traffic, the more you're gonna have conversations, you're gonna be able to buy, you're gonna be able to sell. If you're looking to do this, you have to start a social media. I've just committed to that now. You need a good social media to run this business. Unless you're opening up a brick and mortar store, that's totally different. But a good social media is not going to disappoint you. You're gonna do better if you have a good social media. And getting content is probably the hardest thing for a lot of people. So my recommendation is to go to shows or set up at shows. You're going to build a network. You're going to be able to film the whole thing, even if you're just filming your hands. Like if you just have a point of view, which people love the point of view vendor or buyer videos. Those are huge. They do really well on Instagram, on Reels, TikToks, whatever it may be. If you're able to make this type of content and take that time to do it, at least in the beginning, you're going to see a really good growth on your social media platforms. There's tons of examples on my Instagram. If you want to go check it out, it's going to be right here or in the bio. But you guys can go on there. You can literally copy how I do it. I do not mind that. And, you know, showing off your deals, showing off how you negotiate, that's a huge thing. People love watching it. I watch it all the time. Like when I'm free, that's what I'm watching on YouTube. So if I'm watching it, I know a lot of other vendors, I know a lot of other people are watching it, and it can really grow your retention time, organic, traffic, all that stuff. So it's huge. And to kind of relate on this isn't something that I've done in any other video. I don't know why, but I kind of wanted to give an update. So first things first, we officially passed 3,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is awesome. That is a huge accomplishment. That was my goal by the end of the year. So I'm excited to see how far we can get this year. Two, over 7,500 on Instagram, which is also on the way to the goal. 10,000 is my goal by the end of the year. And then finally, TikTok, we're over 1,000, which thank God, because I just struggle with TikTok. I don't know what to do. I'm trying. I try different things. I try posting at different times. I'm still trying to figure that one out. So when I do, I will show you or tell you guys how I did it. But until then, I'm just posting every day consistently, 1 to 2 TikToks a day. And that's what I'm doing right now. But as important as social media is, and something I always talk about, the importance of this video for me is to talk about the website launch. Launching the website has been such a help to me because of different things, whether it's my claim sales and handling the inventory, messages, photos, all that stuff. You guys know how I've been doing this if you dealt with me, but I send you a picture, I cross things off, I fluctuate through messages. Sometimes I have like 48 messages in my inbox. I don't have any serial numbers. I just didn't have a good system. And this enables me to have that good system, because now I'm able to have an inventory that's this stack high of singles, and I can just skew them. I can put them on the website, and as they sell, it will tell me the skew of the numbers that sell, what's in stock, what's not in stock, and then I can just pull that out in a CSV file and export it onto an Excel document. That's exactly how easy it is for me, and that is truly helpful, because it was getting nuts when I was running 50 to 70 to 100 cards. Like, it's very hard to keep up, especially in real time. Like when I drop claim sales, I like to drop them as like drops, right? So they drop at 7:30, boom, here's all the cards. You guys go for it, and first come, first serve. That kind of does this for me now. I don't have to do that. I can let it run. If there's something going on in the back end, maybe I can fix that as we're going through it, like shipping or something like that. But luckily, no problems on the first launch, so that's a good sign. But it's just kind of making it a lot easier for me. So number one, the why, the claim sales. Number two, inventory. And the third thing is consistency. Now you guys don't need me to respond or need me to send you pictures. If I'm away from my phone, let's say I'm like out on a walk, right? And you want to buy something and I'm not there to do it. Well, somebody else might come along and send me another message. And the way Instagram works is it filters your earliest messages to the bottom. So that's just kind of how I've always been doing it. Sometimes I remember to go to the bottom, but I just see the message, click on it. Now you can go in there when I'm away, you can buy it, I come back. If you ever have a question, all you got to do is send me your order number and on Instagram, and I can help you out. If there's something you want to see, you can message me, I can do that too. There's a SKU number for the cards if you want to see the cards, all that stuff. It's just making it so much easier, and to put the business in one location, which is Shopify's website, my website. Let it all run. I'm enjoying it. It was a ton of work. I was learning a ton of stuff along the way, whether it was Shopify, website building. I've done this all before, but to actually have a large amount of products that need to go into it, especially because Pokemon's very inconsistent. So, for example, like this card right here, the back of it, it may not be the same as the next back of it. This is actually an Espeon VMAX card, which is pretty cool, but it might be different. Now, luckily for me, I'm very good at noticing like what to buy and what not to buy based on the centering. I'm very big on that, not to like act like that, but I am. I'm very consistent with my centerings, and I really like that, so a lot of the cards are very similar. So, for example, the ultra rare 151 Charizard, I have 3 of those going up this week, and they're going to be like 1, 2, 3. Like you can go in and select if you want 1, if you want 2, if you want 3, and as those sell, they'll all go in. So yeah, understanding the websites, and another thing that I just kind of have to mark down and talk about is how the website is going to work. So if you are ever looking to buy from me, here's how I'm going to do this. Every Sunday or Thursday, depending on what's going on, if I have inventory, if I don't have inventory, we're going to do this as drops. So how I look at this is, when I was in high school, there was a brand, and I'm sure a lot of you guys may remember this, but it was called Supreme. Supreme does drops every Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern time. And what I would do is at school or at home, whatever it may be, I would log on and refresh, the drop happens. So how I think I'm going to do this is very similar to that. I think 7:30 p.m. Eastern time will always be the time on Sundays. 8 o'clock maybe, depending on the time or however this is going, just to give people on like the California side of the United States a more fair chance to get the cards. There's a lot of, we're going to figure this out along the way. But we're going to drop it, right? So you can set your notifications. You can put that on if you sign up for the email. There should be an email going out. I have to figure that out too. But Instagram is the best way. Turn my little bell notification on. You'll see that I posted a reel, posted on my story, boom, links in there. You go to it. You can buy whatever you want. If you want any cards, you don't have to. Don't think you have to. So yeah, if you guys want to put any feedback though, if there's something that you think is like could change, could add, sealed product is something that I'm kind of hesitant on. So we're going to try and figure that out. Distribution licenses and having a wholesaler, there's a lot that goes into that. So I'm just being cautious and really focusing on the slabs and slab mags. Now singles are kind of making its way on there too. But those two are my biggest focuses and what I would be buying the most of for the website. But now the cool part of the video, or part 3 of the video, the numbers. I always talk about my numbers. I'm very open about this, very honest about this. So I broke these down into a little bit of different categories because I've kind of had to redo my Excel file to match with Shopify, shipping, fees, a lot of adjustments, a lot of logistics. I'm telling you, if you want to build a website, it's not going to be an overnight thing. Like, there is a ton that goes into it. So do it if you want to. But I broke it down into year-to-date cost of goods, year-to-date revenue, year-to-date profit, and then profit margin. That's how I'm just going to do it. There's a ton of fees, ton of shipping, all that stuff. So just kind of bear with these numbers. But in terms of cost of goods, which I want to kind of show off the inventory real quick. So you guys know that I like to keep inventory on me as much as I can. And this kind of plays a part into these numbers. So as I'm talking about these, just remember that there is a ton of inventory. Oh, there's actually sealed stuff too. I want to show this off. I got some Plasma Freeze and Diamond and Pearl packs, as well as I got some Double Crisis packs. So got a bunch of those booster packs. And then the amount of Cosmic and Clips I have right now is like disgusting. I have hanger packs and booster packs, and it's pretty cool because I don't really get to deal a lot with packs, and now I'm getting into that. But enough basically, you know, flexing inventory, I guess. But in terms of total cost of goods, I have spent $50,958.48 on goods this year. So whether that's slabs, whether that's raw cards, booster packs, booster boxes, slab mags, whatever it may be, that's how much I've spent on them. My year-to-date revenue is $57,020.58. So you got to play that inventory that I have on hand into this number. But my profit margin is 24.18%, which means we are at a year-to-date profit of $12,323.54 as of right now. I literally just updated that number probably 30 minutes ago. So I hit my goal of 10,000 for the year, which is amazing because that is very, very difficult to do, especially when I started with $200 at the beginning of the year. And I'm not saying, you know, it's not an impossible thing to do. It just took a lot of work, and I want to make that very clear. Like this doesn't happen overnight. It absolutely can if you want to start with a higher capital than I did. But to be able to have that number, I'm really, really proud of that. I'm starting to see a lot of return and a lot of return on my time. And one of the biggest things for me is how far I can take this, how long I want to take this. It just goes. So I'm very thankful for that number. And I don't say that like I don't want to come off that way. I'm really proud of that number and worked really hard for it. So it's really cool. But yeah, I think that's going to wrap up this video. Always an update, you know, when I can make one. And, you know, if you want to support me, check out the website. It's going to be linked down below. Also, just go leave some feedback in the comments. I'd really appreciate that. Let me know if there's, you know, coloring's off, if something's not working, if, you know, the pictures aren't right. I hope the pictures are, because I can't really take them any better. If you want some slab mags too to protect your cards, those are there. They're free shipping, $24.99, which I think is, you know, one of the best prices you're going to be able to get them at. Singles, graded cards. You can follow the Instagram, which is also linked down below. If you want to set notifications on there, you can. That's how you're going to get the fastest notification of my drops. I also put countdowns on my stories, so you can, you know, if you remember to do that. Subscribe. Always got to put that in there. Thank you guys so much, though. Truly, truly, this has been an unreal year so far. It's only September 2, so we got 3 months basically to go, 3.5 months. I'm not slowing down anytime soon. So appreciate you guys. Peace.